So here's a bit of knowledge and an exercise at the same time. When we're searching through an array or a matrix, remember that we're going to have to go through every single element in order to find something. So in this particular item, notice inside of a nested for loop, so we're probably dealing with the matrix, and I know we're dealing with the matrix since we have our 2-coordinate system, but notice the overall comparison is exactly the same as what you had in an array. It's just a matrix this time. So here I'm counting all the mines that happen to be stars at a certain location within an array named field, or matrix named field, excuse me. So that's the overall setup that we have for this, and you're going to see the nested for loops come up a lot, and that's what you're frankly going to do with your exercises. I want you to create something from scratch, an integer matrix 10 by 10 named board, and then let's see here. We have place random values 0 to 50 in each of the elements. This was in our array notes, so take a look for that, and then display as a matrix. So it needs to look like a 2D matrix. So you have a bunch of things here. Have at it. We'll go over and answer. Hi gang, so let's go over the answer for this one. This was particularly, I enjoyed this one. Only because, to be honest with you, I went back to my arrays notes that I'm going back here and showing you, and we actually went over something about placing random values in arrays. So I used some old notes, and by the way, that's going to happen quite often using other old notes that you've been to and haven't seen in a while. The overall setup was really no different than what was asked for in, well, the question was first setting up the size of the board 10 by 10. Notice I used a global variable to do that. I should have put const in front of there, but that's okay. Again, I used unsigned short because 10 is short and it is going to be positive, so I restricted that a little bit more. Here I use the code that frankly I had before. Now this wasn't a nested loop. This was the original code that I gave you was in arrays, not matrices. So everything that you see highlighted right now is half new, half already done. Remember, as soon as I worry about nested loops or matrices, I know I have to inner loop, and that is going to be J. Anytime that I need to place a value into a matrix, it's going to be 2 coordinates. So that part changed. The other part that changed was in the original code, I think I had it from 0 to 25 of my range of values. Here I wanted 0 to 50. So notice I actually put 51. So anyway, so those are all the niceties that we have. And by the way, 50 even showed up in one of my outputs. And the last part was going ahead and displaying it as a matrix, and we've already did that. Matter of fact, to be very honest with you, this one's actually in the wrong order here. This should be in front. Let me do it right here. Now, but because the numbers are so large and it's a rather large array, I'm not going to get it to look perfect on the screen. So, well, that's embarrassing. See, even happens to me. All right, now, so I don't need this sucker. So you notice how I'm thinking things out here. I'm going to do the same thing that you guys do. Run there, and there we go. That's much better. Oh, I forgot the one at the end. Not one of my better days. Oh, well. There we go. And that puts the one at the very end. So notice a little bit of shiftery there, and there we go. Okay. So looks pretty good. Let's put it that way. So that is your answer for number, well, it's really for there's a couple of problems there. But you also notice I had to include also some other libraries to get some other C functions in there to do my random and other items like that. Matter of fact, I'm going to run this one more time, and I bet it's still going to be 3249. Let me run it one more time. No, it didn't. I'm rather surprised, to be honest with you. It depends on what C++ version this is and everything else like that. So that's good. And notice that now it's a different set of numbers that are in there each time that we run it. And that's good. That's good. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, gang. Hope you enjoyed this problem. Hope you did it. See you in a bit.